Welcome to the Slow Living Podcast. If you are ready to ditch hustle culture for good while continuing to meet your personal and professional goals, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Stephanie O'Day, and I work with overachievers from all over the world who are ready to stop living life in triage mode and start living the life of their dreams, one filled with abundance, joy, and a sense of purpose. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. Let's get started. Hi there, Slow Down Society. So if you're a fan of the podcast, you're going to absolutely love the book. Slow Living, Cultivating a Life of Purpose in a Hustle-Driven World is now available wherever books are sold. Buy it for yourself, your children, your friends, and your neighbors. You can get all the juicy details at stephanieoday.com/slow living book. Trust me, this is hands down the best $20 you'll ever spend. Hi there, Slow Down Society. Steph here, and welcome back to another edition of the Slow Living Podcast. This is episode 197, and today is the very beginning of a new installment of a series that I'm going to call Real People, Real Coaching. And this is a series where you'll get to hear unfiltered, real-time coaching sessions with everyday people, not experts, not necessarily entrepreneurs, nobody who wants something from you, but real, unfiltered coaching with everyday people who are ready to slow down and transform their lives. My very first guest is Kelsea, and I'm going to work with her once a week for 6 weeks. And you get to be a fly on the wall and hear what an unfiltered coaching session looks and sounds like. Kelsea is being very brave and very vulnerable. She and I have an agreement that at any time, if she's uncomfortable, we can stop the recording, we can go back, we can edit. She is in the driver's seat. And that's what it's all about. But she's graciously agreed to share publicly so that you can get a front row seat to what coaching really looks and feels like. So if you've ever wondered what it would be like, now's your chance to listen and be a fly on the wall. Kelsea, I'm so proud of you. This is a very candid, heartfelt, and vulnerable conversation. And I'm honored to walk alongside you. And for all you listening, I hope her story resonates with you. And I hope just a little bit here and there, you find yourself nodding along and you're thinking, oh yeah, I get that. I know how you're feeling. And if that's you, let her know. You can email her through me. I will pass it along. But for right now, enjoy and listen in as Kelsea shares her story. Hi, Kelsea. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Very excited.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you're here. This is a lot. I have not done this before. You're sort of the guinea pig, which is a little uncomfortable, I would imagine. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty anxious, but excited.
Anxious and excited. That makes sense. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Kelsea. I live in Canada. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have two young boys, and I'm very happily married.
How long have you been married?
10 years.
10 years. That's awesome. Okay. And what stage of life are you in? Are you in your 30s, 40s, 50s?
I'm 33. Um,
33.
and my kids are 5 and 8.
Oh, and they're both boys.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. When I emailed the list and I said I was going to be doing some pro bono coaching on the podcast, you wrote in, and I know you and I had already emailed back and forth once before. What brought you to reach out?
I'm just I'm just not like happy where I'm at, and I feel like life could be so much better. I followed all of your your podcast and I read your book, and things were changing for me. Things were getting better. And when you put that out there and I knew that financially, like that wasn't something that we could afford, I said, I've got to put myself out of my comfort zone. I've got to, like you did, email Rachel Ray. I'm emailing Stephanie. I'm gonna do it. And I was so nervous, but I told myself like, if it goes through, you're gonna succeed. You can do better. And if it doesn't, then whew, you don't gotta worry about that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So that feeling that you get that I have this idea and I want to send an email, but I'm uncomfortable and I'm gonna push through and do it anyway. Is this something that you've done before?
Um, yeah, I've tried things in the past. I've been like I tried Weight Watchers and I've tried like other things and I've pushed myself through and I never commit to myself and I always give up. And looking into slow living and stuff, I figured this is it. This is actually what I want for myself. And like listening to you so many times and telling me that you think I'm wonderful, I thought, who better to reach out to? Like she's gonna care.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. And and I get it. I appreciate you so much for being here and your willingness to share with us. And I've got to tell you, you've done so much work just by being willing to be open and to um, decide on purpose to slow down and reflect. So, anyone listening, this is not therapy. This is real life, and it's coaching, and coaching rooted in slow living, which is about understanding and accepting where you are and then helping you get wherever it is you want to go in a slow, steady, and sustainable way. And we want together for Kelsey to cultivate peace and purpose in her life by tuning inward instead of performing or doing things that she thinks she needs to please others. So, for you right now, when you think of calm and you think of peace, what does peace feel like for you? And when you imagine living kind of a slow, intentional life, what does that look like on just like a regular, everyday Wednesday?
I think it looks like having a grip. I've always wanted to say I want a grip on it all, and I feel like that would calm me down and I could just go through my day knowing that I've taken care of the things that I need to take care of and that this relax time, I didn't need to earn it, but I have it and I don't have to worry about all the other things in my day because I planned it. It's done. I'm ready to go. I can just relax and be in those peaceful moments and enjoy them and not constantly feel like I have to get up and I have to do things and I have to be productive.
Okay. So that's the dream. That's where you want to go. I know you've already done some of the time blocking worksheets. What is it like now? I mean, we're recording early in the morning. You're fully dressed. You're up and you're ready to go. So what does a normal everyday look like for you right now?
Okay, so my morning routine I've really nailed it. It's really lovely. My kids just got out of school, so I had to adjust it, which was like, for a minute. But I wake up at 5 o'clock with my husband, and he goes and does his things, and I have a few sips of coffee and kind of wake myself up a bit, and then I go for a walk right away because I know my kids aren't going to go for a walk with me later, and I got to do it for myself. So I do that, and then I come home and I take a shower and I do my journaling sheet, which is the sheet that you provided, and I stitch for a little bit and I listen to my audiobook, I do some stretching, I just take some time for myself, and then it carries on into when the kids wake up and I'm unloading the dishwasher, which I do at the same time every day that I take my vitamins. It's all habit stacking and it's every single day I'm doing the same things and it's just second nature now.
Okay. So morning is working well for you.
Hmm hmm
Okay. So when does it all kind of fall apart, or when do you feel like you're no longer having a grip on things?
Usually when the children wake up.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah.
So when you're all alone and you're only in charge of you, it goes great.
And you know what? That's been life. Like before I had kids, I thought I had a grip on it all, and I thought I had it, and then I had kids, and it's like, oh my God, nothing's gonna go as planned. Like I can time block as much as I want, but they're gonna do what they want to do. And my youngest son does have ADHD, so it makes it really complicated, and we can't, like, as much as I try and follow the plan, we also have to understand that he needs what he needs, and we have to adjust our day accordingly. So,
Did you say the boys were 6 and 8?
Theo with the ADHD is 5, and Finnegan is 8.
Okay, 5 and 8. Yeah, those are very busy ages. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So school's out and they're home. And are they scheduled at all throughout the day, or are you primary caregiving full time with them right now?
I primary caregive for them the whole time. My husband works throughout the summer, and I do have one day a week where my in-laws come in and take care of them. And then since I'm doing these coaching calls, my brother is actually taking care of them right now. He's 18, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but I have to trust in my community. So I've been outsourcing some of that.
Okay. Okay. Um, because they're the ages they are, when they wake up, are they just complete and total like rearing to go?
No, surprisingly not.
Okay.
They have their quiet time in the morning and we get the breakfast. They do want to eat right away.
Okay.
So that's like the first thing we do, and then the dishwasher and the vitamins, and
Okay.
then we try and figure out something to burn energy. And I think like making a schedule and sticking to it throughout the summer would be the best way to go about it. I feel so discouraged when it doesn't go to plan. You make all these plans and you've got this day laid out and you're just like, it's never gonna work out. We can never stick to it, and I get so discouraged.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So in your questionnaire, you said that you wanted to be more present for your family and feel calm and confident. But what do you think would need to change in order to make that happen?
I think it's the grip on everything and not worrying about like, because I'm trying to sit there and I'm trying to read with them or color, and I'm kind of like looking over and realizing, oh, there's a mess on the hutch, and ooh, I haven't
Okay.
cleaned these floors in a while, and the dog bed could sure use a wash, and
Okay.
yeah,
So where are those thoughts coming from? Is someone telling you that you need to wash the dog bed,
that's a
or the
smell
crumbs?
factor.
That's a what?
Smell factor. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that needs a wash. It's the senses. You're noticing, you're looking, you're seeing that, and I'm smelling. I was like, oh, yeah, he needs a wash. His bed needs a wash.
Okay. Is that right now part of your job, and you feel like, okay, I'm dropping the ball if I'm not doing all these things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You wrote that one of the reasons you wanted to reach out is you said you were sort of at the edge of a metaphorical cliff, but you're sort of scared to jump. What do you think you're the most scared of right now?
Failing. I'm scared to fail again. I've tried a lot of things in the past, and I give my all to them, and I never made it sustainable. I always just did what I needed to do to get to where I wanted to be, and then once I got there, I was like, well, I can do whatever I want now. I got here. I
Okay,
never,
so it's a lot of stop starts, stop starts.
yes, I give up on myself a lot.
Okay. All right. So something is going really well for you and you're crushing it. And instead of continuing on with what you know is working, you stop because you've quote unquote made it.
Right,
Is
exactly.
okay. So I, I mean, the big question is why? Why do you think you do that?
I think it's because the way that I've done it before is I couldn't maintain it. I couldn't, like, specifically Weight Watchers. I was eating like just eggs. I couldn't sustain it. It wasn't long term for me, and it wasn't like a happy or enjoyable way to live. It kind of sucked. And then I finally got to my goal weight and I was like, well, okay, like I did it and now I can finally stop, and you're supposed to maintain, right? But I gave up. My body shut down after Weight Watchers. I got my appendix out and it all went downhill from there. So,
Wow. Okay. Do you still have weight loss goals and dreams? Do you feel like if that piece was in place, everything else would be just fine?
yes and no, because I know last time I got there and it wasn't all fine because my mental health was not great. And then after I got my appendix out, I finally went to the therapist and I figured out so much about myself. And I got so much better. Like, I feel so much more emotionally stable now and emotionally intelligent.
Good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. And I'm glad that you've had therapy. Therapy is something that I would highly recommend for anyone always.
Mhm.
Okay. For goal wise right now. So time management, it sounds like having some stuff mapped out for the kids for the summer is something that we can continue to work on. But health wise, you had written in so one of the reasons I had asked, well, when does it all fall apart, is you had alluded to your evenings and late afternoons and not feeling fully in control then. So why do you think there's such a disconnect there?
Um, Definitely by the end of the day, I'm feeling stressed and I'm putting the kids to bed. And I really turn to food for comfort. So if there's been anything during the day, I turn to food and I want to eat dinner. And like if I've had a bad day, I I smoke a lot of cannabis and I just like eat and eat and eat, and I've been binging for years now. I can't even tell you how many calories I eat at night sometimes, and I wake up and I feel horrible about myself. And it's just kind of like a continuing cycle of, oh, I wake up and I was like, "Oh, well, you made bad choices yesterday." And then you remember that at the nighttime and you're like, "Why make better choices today?" And I just kind of numb it out with cannabis again and continue to eat my face off and my feelings.
Okay. Did you talk about this with your therapist as well?
Yes, I was doing like medical cannabis when I paired up with like CBD and like a medical doctor about that, and then my therapist to kind of get myself leveled out. And I used to smoke a lot more, and I keep it straight to the evenings now when my children are in bed. I don't ever do it when they're awake, and it got a little crazy one summer and I had to tone it down, so that's definitely been some things that I've worked through with therapy as well.
Would you consider yourself addicted?
Yeah, I think I would.
Mhm.
I don't see myself in a good headspace if I hate to admit it about myself, but if I didn't smoke every night, I'd probably be going through withdrawals.
Mhm. And when you travel, you plan on taking it along with you and that kind of stuff?
I don't travel very much right now. We're pretty much stuck at home. We haven't, I'd love to. I'd really love to. That's definitely one of my dream goals is to travel. But yeah, that would be a huge factor in thinking about where I could go that would accept that. And yeah, it's definitely something that's in the forefront of my mind a lot.
Okay. Are you counting down the time to when you can start smoking?
No, because it's almost like intermittent fasting, like you've talked about. Like I've shut off the fact I'm not smoking until the kids are asleep or settled or whatever at nighttime and Ryan's home. I know that. And I don't think about it during the day like, oh, I really wish. I don't think about it at all. It's set time and it's pushed off. If
Mhm.
anything, I'm thinking, what can I eat? If I'm stressed, I'm thinking more of like during the day, okay, I can cover this up with all of my emotions with binge eating instead of the
Mhm.
cannabis later at night.
Mhm. It's interesting. So I personally haven't had so I've talked to people who have used intermittent fasting to help with the binge eating. And what helped the most was a very strict end time. And so, like setting a timer. And when the timer goes off, okay, I mean, I'm going to brush my teeth and be done. But that
Right.
only works if you adhere to it. Um, and then as far as cannabis, it's interesting because they say that technically you can't get addicted to it, but I think we all know that there's psychological addiction as well as physical addiction,
Yeah.
and both work in the same. And it's this idea of numbing out, and numbing out is so common, so common. So both with the eating and with the weed, it's the same. When you're talking about smoking though, like is this actually bothering your lungs? Like, is this even good health wise long term?
I imagine not.
Okay.
I try and do it like when I went to the doctor too, because I didn't, that's when it got crazy and I was doing it during the summer and I was just like, this is not a healthy way to be parenting at all. Like I'm making bad choices. And I went to the doctor and he talked to me about the healthiest ways to consume it, which is like vaping, but not like with the liquids. It's like they cook it in there, so it's baked instead of smoked, and you're
Mm,
not getting the actual like I can't remember what they're all called, but I did that for a while, but now I mostly smoke out of a bong, so it gets the water filter and but still it's not good for my lungs. I know it's not good for my
yeah.
lungs.
Yeah. Well, and the kids are still young, but they will start to pay attention and see things. Does that worry you?
Um yeah, like I mean it's legal here, so it's I look at it like I saw my mom drink when I was young, right? And that's some feelings, but I don't I don't think that it's a horrible thing to try, but I also don't want them to be as dependent as I am
Mhm.
because I know that this isn't good for my health long term, and I'm not showing them like that health is important and that, these things I know that they're not good for me and I'm just doing it anyway.
Yeah. Um, when you look at yourself, so I mean, is it okay to tell you that you're young? Because I do think that you're young.
I'll take
So,
it.
okay, no, 33 is a nice young age, and you haven't had um a lot. I mean, you had your appendix out, but you haven't had a bunch of different health scares yet.
Right.
Um, but also 10 years from now, 20 years from now, um, the kids are going to be teenagers 10 years from now. And my thought is probably future Kelsey doesn't want to be numbed out and doesn't want to be that type of role model for her teens.
Yeah,
Is that
that's true.
correct?
I don't like I started smoking cannabis when I was a teen because I was trying to deal with a lot of big feelings. Like my dad went overseas and I actually ended up getting suspended from school for having cannabis. And I've been using it for so long to numb out and I want my kids to feel their feels and like learn how to deal with it instead of just pushing it back and pushing it back.
Yeah. Are you still in therapy right now?
No, no, not
Okay.
anymore.
Would you feel comfortable reaching out to your therapist again to try
Um,
and see?
Not specifically that
Okay.
one,
No,
but
no,
a
because
new
I'm
one for sure.
happy to coach you through time management and goal setting and that type of stuff. But if you're still grappling with some unresolved things from your past, and if when you're in kind of a down space, you still think of your parents and moving and different things from your childhood, it might really be helpful to unpack that with a licensed therapist.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I can see your face that you're annoyed by me for saying that.
no, we had like my last therapist, we had a bit of a falling out, and I just like, one of the main things about me is that I often feel like a burden to people.
Mm,
And I was going through a really rough time. My mother-in-law, her mom died, and it's the first time that she had experienced real depression, and I was trying so hard to sort it all out. And I reached out to my therapist and I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm so overwhelmed, and she let me down. She always told me, email me, and she wasn't there for me, and I felt like such a burden, and I just like right
okay.
back up. And so yeah, I would reach out to someone different for sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know that you did the worksheet of where you are now and where you want to be, and then you listed what you think is in the way. So if
Yeah.
your morning routine is going well and you understand time blocking principles, right now, do you really think it's the health component that's holding you back?
Mm, yeah, I feel like I've made a lot of really good strides in health. I think, and I even wrote it down in here. Like, so my now is I'm waking up, I'm eating well, I'm sleeping well. And in the future, I'd really like I've been going for walks every day. I'd really like to go further or even start jogging. And I'd like to include some weight training. But I think the thing that holds me back the most is like, I'm afraid to fail. I don't like, am I gonna keep it up? Am I,
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. So that's what failing looks like for you is just completely giving up, not that you'll go for a run and you'll be out of breath.
Right. Yep.
Okay. Have you ever looked into like the Couch to 5K program or the app?
Uh, yeah, I heard about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to run a 5K?
I mean, eventually, I ran before I had children. I used to run to my husband's house when we first met from my apartment. Like, I used to love it. I used to love cardio, and I let my weight get away from me for so long that I'm honestly surprised with how far I'm walking lately. So,
Okay. When you're walking, are you listening to something or are you alone with your thoughts?
I listen to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I don't want is for you to beat yourself up in your brain or thinking. So when you're alone with your thoughts, are you kind?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. It's been better. Like since like I've started all of this in April, and I keep on trying to show myself compassion. And I think that's the reason why I'm still here and I'm still pushing and I'm still trying, is because I give myself like leeway to sometimes take a break, and sometimes it's okay to just sit on the couch, and I don't beat myself up about it and be disappointed in myself as much as I used to. It's definitely getting better. It's not great. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, come on. Like,
Okay.
I see myself a certain way and it's just like, oh, am I even getting anywhere?
Yeah. So I can see that. But then also you were saying that when the kids wake up and you're hanging out and you're having fun time, you're also noticing the dog bed and crumbs.
Yeah.
So, okay. So your son has ADHD. Do you have ADHD?
My mom thinks so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever explored that?
Not too much. No. Not really.
Okay. So, I mean, ADHD, for a while it was completely and totally underdiagnosed in women, and now it's definitely having this resurgence. And now some doctors are saying, "Well, everybody's got ADHD," and blah blah blah. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I am most def not a doctor. Um, What's interesting from talking to you is you do a lot of self-correcting while you're talking. So, like, even when you're doing certain actions, you shouldn't be doing actions. And you also know that when you have an idea to have a good action, you should continue doing it, but you don't do it. So then what's the missing piece here?
I wish you could tell me.
So mindset, like why why when you have a good idea do you not follow through?
Hmm. I really don't know. I wish I could. I wish I could show up for myself like I do for others. I wish I could do it for myself because like when it comes to other people, I'll do it. I'll be there. I'll be on time. I'll do it all. But like when it comes to showing up for myself, I don't know. I I don't know how to describe it. Like
Do
I
you
just
feel
don't.
worthy? Do you feel worthy of being cared for?
I'm trying. I'm really trying. And I don't because I feel like such a burden all the time.
Okay. Okay. So we've used that word burden a few times now. Um, what what does feeling like a burden feel like to you? Like, why does that come up? Have you been told you're such a burden before?
Yeah, I've been told I'm a lot, and I like, so my dad's military, and we moved a lot, and I had to make new friends. And the last move we made when I was living with him was to Nova Scotia. And I tried to be myself and I tried to get to know people and it was just everyone was like, "Ah, you're a lot." And I don't know if it's because I'm from Ontario and Nova Scotia's slow paced, but like everyone's like, "Oh, that's a lot. Like you're a lot." And then going to college, I was so young and everyone's like, "Oh, you're so young. You're so much. It's so much." And I'm like, "Ah, okay. I guess I'll tone it down."
Okay. Okay. So you felt like you've had to shape shift in order to garner approval and love from others. Does that seem correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So the idea of unconditional love, do you feel like that has been bestowed upon you?
I feel it now with my husband for sure, which has been a huge game changer. Like that makes me want to cry. He loves me so much and I know it. But when I listened to you for the first time and you told me and you didn't even know me that you love me and you were proud of me, like I cried. I I couldn't believe that anyone would just put that out there. And yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I think I had written it in the book. I don't remember if I had said it in that episode or not. Um, but something that I would like for you to work towards is to be able to just kind of sit in front of a full length mirror and make eye contact with yourself and be nice to yourself and tell you that you are wonderful and there's nothing wrong with you. And I am so sorry that wherever you moved to, kids were asshole kids, don't say bad words, and made you feel like you didn't belong and that you weren't worthy and that you had to change something in order to fit in. I mean, that's just bully kids being kids because they weren't raised properly. Um, and then as far as your dad and I know your sister and stuff now too, are there some boundaries in place? Can you put them in a timeout for a little while?
Well, it's not my dad. My dad's very
Okay.
supportive. It's
Okay.
my dad's kind of like the in between for me and my sister. So yeah, my sister and I did have a falling out, and I think a lot of my negative self-talk comes from things that she said to me over the years. And we do have boundaries now. And um, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of negative feelings for me. That's
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to boundaries, so you and I have agreed to work together for 6 weeks and we'll break up these episodes so it'll end up being 12 weeks or so for the podcast. But for 6 weeks, is it possible to kind of treat this as a self sabbatical and you don't have very many outside influences from people who don't unconditionally love you and accept you fully the way you are? Is there a way to just kind of pause outside life so you're not torn down before your foundation is solid? Does that make sense?
yeah, I feel like I've been doing that a little bit already. Like I've definitely put up like I gray rock my sister now. So anytime I do see her, it's pretty neutral. So yeah, and I don't go on social media at all anymore. I don't have any of it. I don't have that influence at all because that was a negative experience for me.
Okay, Steph here. I'm going to stop this particular podcast episode. This was a 1 hour coaching session, but we have found through trial and error that right around the 30-minute mark makes for better listening experience for podcast listeners. So tune in next week and you can hear the second half of session one. But for right now, let's all send Kelsea great big huge hugs and positive vibes. If you can, shoot me an email and I will forward it along to her. But I'm so proud of her. And I'm sure while you may not relate to all of the things she's saying, there's tiny little nuggets here and there that you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. And oh, yeah, okay. I think I too could use help with that. So pay attention to those things and then take the next best step for you. And as for Kelsea, one thing that brought up quite a bit was that feeling of unworthiness. So if that's you and you are feeling unworthy, um, go back, listen to some past episodes. We talked about the unconditional love episode and different things of unworthiness. If you are having the ants, the automatic negative um, beliefs and thoughts that are permeating your brain here and there, you too can look up um, different things and different resources. And if you have any questions at any time, reach out to me. But for right now, consider yourself loved and hugged. I think you're all wonderful. And thank you again, Kelsea, for being here with us. If you are ready to start living slowly and ditch the hustle mindset for good, reach out to me. I'm a real person and you can track me down online at stephanieoday.com. Also, if you found value in this podcast, please share it with your family and friends and tag me on Instagram at Stephanie O'Day. While you're at it, go ahead and leave a positive review on your favorite podcast app. The more we share, the more people we can reach and share the slow down lifestyle and messaging. Thank you, Slow Down Society, and have a great day.